right, back again with another one. I don't know. I'm just recording this right after the last one, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I guess for now I'm just gonna go with this sort of thread of if I talk about a person who's somewhat related in another video, I might as well just talk about the record that I referenced in that video in the next one. And so in the Bon Iver discussion, I talked about B.J. Burton and how he was a collaborator and a writer on a record that I really love. And so today we are going to be looking at and talking about the record How I'm Feeling Now by Charli XCX, which came out in 2020 and actually was written in the pandemic, like early days of the pandemic. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how long it took to make this record, but it was made and released very quickly in 2020. And I mean, I'm not necessarily surprised. Charli is a great songwriter, has been for a very long time, but man, this record is something else. Also, I don't keep all of my albums in plastic. This one came with it, so I kept it in there. I mean, I try to keep everything in good condition and protect it. I'm just gonna take this out here, and I do try to store the record outside of the sleeves, but just gonna move this out of the way. Yeah, let's look on here first. But yeah, I mean, iconic album cover. I love it. Great photo. And then the back is just a bunch of, I think these are just camera roll, like iPhone camera roll photos. Not sure. There is a music video for Forever that is just a bunch of fan submitted footage that was pretty cool. Again, kind of all this stuff that came out through the pandemic, early days of the pandemic. A very interesting kind of take that she took on a lot of these songs and marketing and all the distribution and everything that went along with it. There are very, very small credits on here, but some big names. Yeah, literally track 1, Pink Diamond, an insane opener. This came out in 2020 or 2024 now, but written by Charlotte Aitchison. I still don't actually know how to say her name. I just call her Charli XCX. Dijon Duenas, which that's Dijon, like the guy, and Alexander Guy Cook, who is A.G. Cook, big producer, songwriter in that space. And that's just literally the first song. This is before Dijon had blown up. Before, oh god, why can't I remember the name of the record? His album that came out 2021, 2022, whatever. They did the video of them playing around the table. Just people worked on this who then have continued to work on other great things. A.G. Cook, obviously. What's his label? PC Music or something? I think it's all done now, but he's been putting out stuff forever. He worked on a song with Charli XCX, the 1975 No Rome. He did a remix of that. Lots of hyperpop, which is obviously huge on this record. I would say I'm not generally a fan of hyperpop, but this album does everything from that genre right, and it does it well, and it does it in a way that doesn't make me want to shoot my brains out. And I think that's because she had a good team. Yeah, B.J. Burton is also listed on here. You can't see it, but I mean, a ton of people on here helped make this record happen. I am not going to read through all of this. I'm so sorry, but a lot on here. And she thanks BJ personally. Yeah, AG, to AG and BJ, and every other producer. Yeah. Sorry. Very, oh yeah, she was like dating some other guy. Now I think she's like engaged to the drummer from the 1975 or something. I don't know. I can't keep up. But yeah, very cool layout here. Let's look at the record. I think I have not a very special version of this. I think it's just like a clear one. I don't think it's limited or anything. But oh, heavy duty though. This is a thick guy. Nice milky kind of clear here, not ultra clear or anything. But great songs on here. Especially, I mean, side A is just literally every song is amazing. Some standouts for me are honestly all off of this side alone. Forever, Claws, and Detonate are probably three of my favorite Charli XCX songs. Detonate is just insane, and I think Claws is probably like the best hyperpop song that I've heard. Yeah, Party for You, another really good one. Visions. Yeah, and it's this came out in 2020 and had me very excited for Crash, which really saw her go a bit back to more mainstream pop. Not that she had always been doing that. I'm talking about, and not that it's back to like boom clap days either, but you know, what's the song Yuck on Crash? It's just like it just felt like a Dua Lipa throwaway song. Like I'd like to think that she writes all her own stuff and isn't just one of these pop stars that just gets shopped songs around and stuff like that. But that song felt like, oh hey, so and so didn't want to sing on this, so like, do you want it? That being said, like, Lightning is a sick song. What's New Shapes is incredible. I mean, what a stacked lineup on there. Yeah, and then, oh god, why can't I remember it? My favorite song on the album is the last one. That has like the weird little key change at the end, but it has something. I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. But the last song on Crash is really good. But man, nothing on Crash gets to this level of what's on here. Just impeccable songwriting, incredible production, really pushing the envelope on a lot of things. Not that she's the first person to make a hyperpop record that was to a wider audience, but just really fun all around. Kind of sad that she didn't get to really tour on this record. I know she came around either right before or after Crash came out. I did not go, but yeah, just a really interesting project to come out of the pandemic, and a piece of art that I really like. I think a lot of people who remember her from before, well, I don't know, when this album came out, I think she's much more popular now than she was when this came out. Not like she wasn't popular then, but like the whole Boiler Room thing and all of her stuff getting ready to put out Brat and all that, you know, and the Barbie soundtrack and all, you know, I just think she's much bigger now than she was then, but I still think people then didn't really give this a chance because they knew the Boom Clap Charli or the other track she had been on and featured on, whereas this record and the one before it with the snake, I think it's just called Charli, are both like really pushing the envelope for mainstream pop music, and I'm excited to hear what the new stuff is. I have no idea what to expect. I'm hoping that I like it a bit more than Crash, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I have to say about this record. Also, completely different styles, but one of my favorite bands, the band Howdy, spelled with two V's, actually put out a cover of the song Claws that I really, really like. And then I think a lot of people like. I think it's one of their kind of tracks on streaming that's gotten a bit of a bump. But definitely check that out. I guess maybe that means I will talk about Howdy next. I have no idea. I have literally every Howdy record, and I've pre-ordered the new one. So I don't know which one to pick, but yeah, this has been Charli XCX, How I'm Feeling Now. Again, just a cool piece of music and art, and honestly, something that will be remembered from this very weird time in 2020 that, will obviously go down in history. This is one of the early things that had come out through that. A lot of people had pushed their release dates back, had postponed tours, and that kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And this is cool that this kind of was put together and released all within that time, not knowing what would happen. And I think for a lot of people, this album has become, the Charli album. And so, I mean, maybe that's just me, I don't know, but I really like it. And the lore behind it definitely adds to it. And again, also just being on that, the cusp of, the hyperpop bubble, which, depending on who you talk to, maybe it's popped already. But, this is 4 years ago. This is before the rise of these guys, break-ins. And, I mean, you had Blade was around and 100 Gex and all that stuff. But a lot of these younger, even like Glaive was kind of like just getting started then. And, yeah, I don't know. This is just was at the time that was early in the genre that did it right. A lot of that stuff kind of just annoys me. I don't know why. It's hard for me to listen to it. It kind of just sounds like a bunch of like the bullshit that I liked when I was in 8th grade that I would find on Pure Volume. That was like objectively terrible music. Not this record, just a lot of hyperpop in general. But I don't know. We'll see where the genre goes. We'll see where Charli goes. And yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now. Yeah, this was another episode of Relaxing Wax. And we'll see what we talk about next. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.